Hello everybody, I'm Roshan.
And I'm Luke.
Today we will be looking at the foods to eat, things to do, and sights to see in this historic town of Groton. Let's get started. Our first stop, the top of Gibbet Hill, is a short 5-minute walk from the center of town. What used to be a luxurious castle is now just burned down remains. It is now part of a set of conservation land scattered across Groton. This is one of the best sights to see.
This castle, also known as Bancroft's Castle, was built by General William Bancroft in 1906. It was originally intended to be made much bigger, but he lost funding before he could do so. In 1918, he sold the castle and it became a private hospital, only to catch fire soon later. In 2000, the castle and its surrounding trails were added to Groton's conservation land, opening it up to the public. Our next stop is Blackbird Cafe. Let's check it out.
After the tiring walk up Gibbet Hill, Blackbird Cafe is a great place for breakfast. Going in for the first bite. Let's see how it is.
It's very good.
The eggs Florentine was really good. Onto the patatas brazas. Even though Blackbird Cafe is 5 minutes out of the center of town, I would definitely recommend coming here. The eggs Florentine was exceptional, and the continental breakfast was delicious. The patatas brazas was a wonderful way to top off the amazing meal. Overall, I'd rate this place a solid 8.5 out of 10.
Groton is filled with many public places such as the rail trail, Fitch's Bridge, and the dog park, which are all along the banks of the Nashua River. The Nashua River Rail Trail is a 12.5-mile paved bike path. It was once part of the Boston and Maine Railroad, but it was paved over in 2002. It is now enjoyed by bikers, skaters, pedestrians, equestrians, and skiers.
The newly renovated Fitch's Bridge provides a way for bikers, pedestrians, and equestrians to cross the Nashua River. It is also a popular bridge jumping spot amongst the younger community. However, it is only open from dawn to dusk. At an estimated 30 feet deep in the middle, it is a relatively safe place to jump. Town legend has it that there is a car and a log on the right side of the bridge, so be sure to jump off the left. The dog park is a small park near the Nashua River. It is a great place for dog owners who enjoy the outdoors to take their dogs. There are even some trails that allow you to walk right next to the river. Even if you don't have a dog, it is a great place to come and enjoy nature. Also, along the Nashua River is Nashoba Paddlers. Here you can rent boats to paddle down the Nashua River. It's really fun.
The Nashua River flows for about 30 miles from Massachusetts into New Hampshire. It was once used by several paper mills as a way to dump dye. This resulted in the river being heavily polluted, and it made the river different colors downstream. Thanks to wonderful efforts of Marion Stoddart, the river is now clean and safe for people to swim in. It is enjoyed by the young and old alike.
Welcome to the Hazel Grove Association, a 28-acre multi-use facility. It is meant to provide a safe environment for hikers, equestrians, bikers, and all who enjoy the outdoors.
Another popular destination is Cow Pond. The Cow Pond Conservation Area is one of the treasures of the Groton Trails Network. What seems to be a regular soccer field is in fact surrounded by several delightful trails. The soccer, football, and baseball fields are used weekly by aspiring young athletes. The trails run along the glacial Cow Pond Brook. The views you get on the trail make it one of the best things to do in Groton.
Groton has two exceptional private high schools. One of them, Lawrence Academy, is located in the center of town. Founded by Governor John Hancock in 1783, it is the 10th oldest boarding school in the United States. Many famous people have attended Lawrence Academy, including the CEO of AOL and several Olympic-level sports players.
Another private school in Groton is Groton School, a private boarding school located a short 5 minutes from the center of town. They only have around 400 students, but they are ranked as a top 10 school in several different rankings. They have students coming from about a dozen different countries. Many famous people have attended Groton School, including Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Hey guys, we're going into Salt and Light. We have the opportunity to talk with Chef Josiah and his wife Linda. I'm super excited. I ordered the chicken taco. Luke ordered a plain burger. I'm so excited to try it out. So, what type of food do you guys make here?
We do a modern eclectic take on classics, is what we do. So try and make things interesting and playful, but still approachable so that people feel comfortable trying them.
Cool. What is the inspiration behind the food you make?
We try and cook seasonally. We try and create menus that you can't necessarily find around here. You might have to travel to the city or different states, but still keeping it somewhat locally focused as far as the ingredients and shopping at farmers markets and stuff like that.
Cool. How long have you been cooking and what inspired you to do so?
I've been cooking for a little over 20 years, I grew up cooking at home with my mom, and then just kind of automatically got into restaurants and cooking, and just enjoyed the creativity behind it.
So you learned cooking from your mom?
Yeah. So I grew up with a lot of food allergies, so we had to make everything at home. There wasn't, you couldn't buy food on Amazon back then, or there weren't Whole Foods around, and so we just made everything from scratch at home. So I kind of learned the fun and the importance of doing that and having fresh food and knowing what goes into it. And so I guess that really kind of inspires what we do here. Is we make everything from scratch so that we know what goes into it, and we can kind of control that aspect of it.
So what is the favorite dish that you serve here?
I don't think I have a favorite. I get to make the menus, so the menus are all my favorites. Do you have a favorite?
For breakfast, it's the pork hash.
That's good. We change our menu a lot, and that's kind of one that's stayed pretty constant because it's just that good. Yeah. Pancake. I'm a big pancake fan, so the pancakes might be my favorite. We do a lemon ricotta pancake that's really good. Mm-hmm.
So were there any challenges in being a farm-to-table restaurant?
I think the biggest challenge is finding the food locally that we're looking for sometimes in the volume that we need. I think that can be tricky. But we'll go to the farmers markets on Fridays and just look around, and that dictates what we'll be serving for the weekend of the following week. So yeah, I think just availability, and if we're going through a drought, it's tough for the farmers, so it's tough for us. And if there's too much rain, it's tough for the farmers and it's tough for us. So I think just trying to stay one step ahead of that.
So what is your favorite thing about being a chef?
I think it's got to be the creativity behind it, and then us creating food that we think tastes the best that it can, and then plating it in a way that we think is as pretty as possible, and then having that translate over to the guests, and seeing their face when we present it, and then hearing their thoughts afterwards. So it's kind of that whole cycle. I really enjoy, but I think it all comes back to their creativity.
So I see you guys started selling some clothing. Could you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so all the clothing is handmade, ethically sourced, and something that I've been doing for a few years is making sure that whatever I'm purchasing, there's not a negative trail, like a slate trail, or eliminating waste. So what's hard is when you go into a store, you don't know what brands are like that and what's not, and you have to do a lot of research. So providing a place here where they don't have to think about it, they just know that they can come in and everything is ethically sourced. We have a lot of organic linens, and just making sure that the relationship between the designer is that I get to talk with them. If you wanted to talk to them, you could. They're very accessible. It's a personal relationship. I think that's
it just kind of ties the clothing and the creativity behind that into the food that we present, and the creativity behind that. We know where all of our food came from. We know every step of the way where the linens came from to make the clothes, or whether it be the jewelry or whatnot. So we're just trying to keep everything, I guess, kind of classic in the way that it should be.
But also that they see it, just like he kind of sees his food as art and being creative. We want to buy from designers that see it as their art.
Yeah, that's very inspiring. So, what are your hopes and future plans for this restaurant?
I think, hopes would be people keep enjoying it, and they keep enjoying us making interesting food and not safe, comfortable food. And so, I think as long as, our customers and the surrounding town stay behind that, I think we're just going to keep having a lot of fun doing it. As far as plans for the restaurant, so many different, avenues that we could go. We'd like to, be able to stay open later. We have a catering company as well, so that takes up most of my time after we close here. But so I guess that would be a plan and a hope.
Place for people to go,
hang out,
work, or after school.
Yeah, and just kind of have it be a gathering place. I think that's pretty much as far as we've gotten so far.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for talking.
So I got red wine and strawberry, and both are amazing. Thank you for watching.
We hope you enjoyed it.